My sick partner secretly cut me out of his healthy life plans after I financially supported him for 4 years. I disappeared from his life entirely. Me and Adrian had been together for 10 years and honestly thought we were endgame. We met at his cousin's wedding when we both hid outside during the chicken dance. 4 years ago, he got diagnosed with this rare kidney condition that basically wrecked his whole system. I switched to remote work, moved us to a ground floor place closer to the hospital, learned to cook all his safe foods, memorized every medication interaction, and drove him to dialysis 3 times a week. I never complained because that's what you do when you love someone. His good days made all the bad ones worth it. We'd play board games during his treatments, and I'd read him stupid Reddit posts when he felt too sick to look at screens. Even his nurses would joke that I should get a medical degree with everything I knew about his condition. Then 3 months ago, his brother Felix tested as a match for donation, and this specialist in Denver had a new treatment program that could basically give Adrian his life back. We sat in our kitchen crying happy tears and planning everything. The program required Adrian to stay in Denver for 2 months for the procedure and recovery monitoring. Felix would come for the donation surgery and stay a week or 2. We found a 2-bedroom place online that allowed medical equipment and was close to the treatment center. Adrian wanted to split costs 3 ways between us and Felix, which seemed fair. I started working overtime to save up and got approval to work remotely from Denver. We even talked about exploring the city during his recovery, making it into something positive instead of just medical stuff. I was genuinely excited because after 4 years of hospitals and medications, we'd finally get our future back. Last week, I was checking our emergency account to see if we had enough for the deposit when I noticed this huge withdrawal from October, like $3,000 just gone. Adrian handles most of our medical expenses from that account, so I figured it was treatment related, but when I went to file it for insurance reimbursement, I found this rental agreement in our shared email drafts. It was for a 1-bedroom apartment in Denver, maximum occupancy 2 people, signed by Adrian and Felix, just them. No mention of me anywhere. The lease started January 1st, exactly when the treatment program began. I sat there staring at the screen thinking I was reading it wrong. We'd literally discussed paint colors for our temporary place 2 days before. I'd bought winter clothes for Denver weather. My boss had already approved my remote work request. When Adrian came home from his appointment that afternoon, I casually mentioned how excited I was to spend the winter in Denver together. He got this weird look and started talking about how I could visit on weekends. Visit. Like I was some distant relative instead of the person who'd been cleaning his dialysis wart and sleeping in hospital chairs for 4 years. I asked what he meant by visit, and he said the treatment would be really intensive and he needed to focus. I said that's why I was coming, to help him focus on getting better. He said Felix would be there to help. I asked for how long, and he said the whole 2 months actually. Felix got extended leave from work. That's when I knew this wasn't some misunderstanding. They'd planned this together, cut me out completely. I wanted to scream, but his heart monitor was already beeping faster, so I just said we'd figure it out later. That night, I messaged Felix's girlfriend Diana, asking if she was excited about Denver. She had no idea what I was talking about. Felix hadn't mentioned any extended leave or Denver plans to her. She said he'd only asked for 4 days off for the donation surgery. When she asked him about it, he was confused and said Adrian had been handling all the arrangements. So either Felix was playing dumb or Adrian lied to both of us. At that point, I didn't care which one was true. The next morning, while Adrian was at dialysis, I opened my own bank account and started moving my paychecks there. I found a studio apartment on the other side of town and put down a deposit. I packed 1 box at a time while he was at treatments and stored them at my friend Hazel's place. I smiled through dinner conversations about Denver restaurants we should try. I helped him pick out recovery clothes for the cold weather. I even drove him to his pre-treatment appointments and took notes like always. 2 weeks before they were supposed to leave, I told Adrian I had a work conference that week and would be gone for 4 days. He barely looked up from his phone and said that was fine. Felix could drive him to his final appointments. I moved everything out while he was at dialysis. Full story on channel, link below.